It's your boy DJ Mr. Magic and it's Raystar CEO. This is the Culture Connect show from 1 until 4 p.m. on the Beat 103.6. And the whole of London is listening. The whole of London is getting engaged. But this is a special part of the show where we call this the Secure the Bag show, an element there. And this is the part where we play and we plug in new businesses and new artists and new people that we wish that you connect with, because it's all about promoting black businesses and it's all about promoting black empowerment within the community. So we've got a very special guest on the line, and I do want to get a super drum roll in it, and his name...
Hold on. Can we introduce him properly? Can we put some respect on his name?
We need to put some respect on his
because
name.
my brother, you know, how long I known him. You have to put a little bit more respect on his name than that. You get me?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
all right.
He's from the best side of London.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that.
The best side of
The
London.
best side
Wait,
of London.
where is the best side of London?
Knotweeds.
No, what do you mean? So what?
Knotweeds.
Okay, what? So all of our South listeners, then what?
Yeah, no,
Nah, we
obviously
love you.
And they
we
hate
love
on
you
that.
as well.
Yeah, we
About
love them.
the
Social
North-
distancing. I love South with social distancing. Though,
Yeah,
from far.
yeah. That's it.
From far. Shout out to my South London listeners too. But this is a real. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say he's a Northwest legend, man. I'm gonna say it because what he's put on for the town and what he's put on, he's been an inspiration, to be honest with you. Seeing where he started, just from his estate and seeing how he's been able to elevate and actually build a brand, and now he's able to have a living off what he does, man. So let's no further ado. Let's introduce the man himself, Taser Black.
Woo! Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Yeah. I feel cool
Like the
now.
intro now.
I feel
Intro.
cool. I feel cool chatting to Taser Black, you know. I feel
Taser,
cool.
listen.
I'm in a cool gang out, Taser.
Man, I had to put
Come
respect
on,
on your
man.
name, bro. You see
Come
that?
on, man.
Come on,
It's
bro.
love, man. It's love, man. You say you're good, though?
We're
All
good, brother.
bro.
We're
All
good, man.
All good. This is the part of the show where it's secure the bag. So we basically, what we do here is we're just bringing on people that we feel that everyone needs to know about. People that are securing the bag, and of course you have been securing the bag for quite a while now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've been
I'm trying,
Monopoly
man.
man. You're the black Monopoly man, you know. What do you mean?
Okay, so if you don't know who he is, so Taser, who are you and what do you do?
Young boy. What can I say? Young boy from Mitchell Brook Estate, currently reside in St. Raph's, but Northwest at heart. I'm an events coordinator, events director. I run a events brand called Faded, and I'm also 1/3 of the award-winning podcast 3 Shots of Tequila.
Love that.
I know, man.
But you know what? I want you to touch on quickly, Taser, just where you started, because I think a lot of people can see where you are now and just think you got there overnight. So I just want you to quickly just run through where you sort of started from and how you got to where you are now.
Well, I mean, I've always been in Northwest, so like I said, I grew up in Mitchell Brook, large up the man then from Mitchell Brook. When I was 16, I moved over to St. Raph's. That's when I kind of saw that, man could be like from a different end and still go back to my end kind of thing. So I just started affiliating with very different people in different areas and just kind of just broadened my horizons in that sense. And then fast forward after college and uni, I used to go to a rave in Notting Hill called Yo-Yo's every Thursday.
Okay.
And then one time I went there and there was like, I think it was about 200 people. And I think I shook hands with about 150. And I was like, wait, I know basically the whole rave. Like, I can do this. And that was my light bulb moment. And then I kind of done my research, figured out how to get a venue, book DJs, teamed up with my business partner, Matthew Bridgman. And that's
Matthew, man.
and that's how Faded was born, 2012. So we've been doing Faded for about 8 years now.
Wow. So 8 years. 8 years ago, you've really been putting in this work. Of course, you've been putting in the work before that as well. If you know, you know. But of course, like sort of
True talent takes time and that.
Yeah. 40s. Yeah. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, it has. And we've watched, and we applaud you, bro, for what you've done and what you've accomplished. And we just want to connect you with the people, man.
Yeah. So Taser, so what struggles have you had within the industry so far? Within the events coordinating industry?
Well,
what's one of like your main hurdles?
To be fair, based on everything that's currently happening, that's probably one of the main things, man. Just like being in spaces where I feel like I have to convince the white man why my black voice makes sense to black people.
Okay.
And them kind of shows. So you're having meetings. So another example would be trying to hire a space
Yeah.
to throw on an event. I remember one, we tried to do Halloween in East London, and the venue owner was black. And when we went in there, we're like, yo, we want to do Halloween. Can you give us the date? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, cool. What's your crowd? And we were like, it's predominantly black. We're going to play hip-hop, R&B, bashment, all of that stuff. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, what do you mean am I sure? I've been doing it for years. What do you mean am I sure? Yes, I'm sure I want to do the event. Have you done something of this size before? I'm like, yeah, I've done Ministry of Sound.
Yeah.
I've done Coronet. And that's when his back kind of went straight. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You got a name drop for them to put.
yeah,
respect
do you know
on
what I
you.
mean? But then, even then, he still told me that I had to pay extra for the venue, just as a security measure, and then also I would have to pay for extra security guards, just because my crowd would be predominantly black.
That's light
And
for
I'm
you,
sure-
though, Mr. Black. That's light for you.
Now
though,
you're
man.
saying it's light, but it's like I don't think it's
Nah.
something that
It's a hurdle that you had to
Yeah.
overcome.
Yeah.
That maybe someone of another race
that wouldn't
Wouldn't
have
have
to.
to- yeah,
exactly.
I mean-
Nah, definitely.
100%.
yeah.
Just on this topic, Taser, yeah, do you think that a lot of struggles within the industry have come from black people in itself, or has it come from, another white person?
Well, you mean the struggles that I've faced?
Yes, yeah, because you spoke about the venue manager and he was a black man himself. Yeah, so do you
Yeah.
think that a lot of struggles have come from fellow black people within the industry?
Do you know what? I feel like when people are climbing up the ladders, yeah, some people feel like they have to conform and seek the validation from white people.
Yes.
So
yeah.
he's in a position where he owns a venue, but he's still going to be amongst the committees and the crowds of white men who own venues as well.
Yes.
So the way he's running his venue, he's probably thinking, in order for
needs
me
to
to
run
get
it
to
like
that
them.
stage,
Yeah.
I need to run it like them.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the difficulties that we face, that sometimes black people are allowed to rise up the ladders, but then when they get to the top, for whatever reason, we start looking at them different, or they start treating us different. You know, even with the term, you sold out, because man's moved out the ends. It's like, we feel like we've got to do X, Y, Z in order for us to live better, and then kind of like give back, but from an arm's length.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the kind of disconnect that some people have once they kind of make it. Whereas there's some people who still want to be with the people. Like, for example, with me, I'm not going to say that I've made it, but I still love coming to the end. I still love being around the man.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't think that will ever change.
Yeah.
That's just me. But some people see it as they've smelt success or tasted it a bit. They're gone.
Yeah.
I
Nowhere
see you
to
when
be
I see you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of success, Taser, you mentioned your award-winning podcast, Three Shots of Tequila. I'm sure all the listeners know it. And if they don't, can you just talk to us a bit about that, how that started, and how it became award-winning?
So Three Shots of Tequila is a podcast where three guys come together every week.
Yourself and...
Me, Marvin Abbey,
Yeah.
and Mr. Exposed.
Shout out the crew.
Yep, shout out the
Yeah.
crew.
We come together every week just to discuss current affairs.
Yeah.
Basically, we're like social commentators. We
Yes.
just basically give our take on a variety of things that's happening all across the world.
Love that.
And we first started, I think it was 2016, if I'm correct, April 2016.
Yeah.
And the traction since then has just literally just been growing and growing and growing until around April last year, Spotify decided to come on board and offer us an exclusive partnership. So
That's a
So
big
Spotify approached you.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a big
Lovely.
look.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
big look.
But in all essence, what that means is basically like black voices want to be heard.
Yes.
Because the podcast, we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for people that were supporting us.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it just shows how rich our culture is.
Yes. That's a very valid point. I love that.
Yeah.
It's been great, and I've seen now you've been able to transition that into Learn with Free Shots as well. So
Yeah, so Learn with Free Shots is our second series, which obviously we banter on the first series, which is just like I said, just us talking about what's going on in the world and our experiences with different things, holidays, women, men, the hood, all of that stuff. But Learn with Free Shots is a new one where we focus particularly on a specific subject. So the first one we dropped was to do with event cancellations and obviously the whole premise behind Corona and how it's affecting all the festivals during summer.
Yes.
Right.
So that was that one. The second one was mental health.
Yes.
The third one,
Always important.
I think the third one we spoke to a Premier League footballer to discuss how Corona has affected the Premier League.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have one. The one that just dropped is the one that was. We spoke to my brethren about property and how Corona has affected property, and what the property market looks like moving forward. What it's going to look like moving forward, and then we have one dropping on Monday where we spoke to the woman behind the Black Lives Matter movement in the UK.
All right. So Taser. So since that now you've had now a success on all of your podcasts now, does that mean that since we've had an interview on The Beat, do we get exclusive tickets to your next show? I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it
How
out
did
there.
you even? What equation was that? That
Look,
equation
bro,
was a bit mad. Still.
I'm putting it out there. I'm trying to grab it a little bit. Why not?
The current climate we're supposed
Hey Taser, you know what? You know what's Taser?
Hey,
Security's been trained. Gonna come through a little bit.
trained in answering
Taylor's
this
been media
question,
trained.
you
I know
He's been
already,
trained.
man. I put it out there, man. But listen,
Do you know
man.
what? Do you know what's funny? Yeah, people say that I've been media trained, but it's just years of talking. At some point, you just realize, I'm not going to incriminate myself. I'm not going to answer a
Yes.
question I don't want to
I know,
answer.
I'm
So
saying.
Taser knows how to
you've got
speak
a
between the
sidestep.
cracks.
We're
He
playing,
knows how to. He knows how to maneuver.
we're playing, man.
Nah,
So
big
Taser,
love
man,
for
thank you
coming
very
on today,
much,
man.
man.
I
Just
love
let everyone
having
know
you,
where
man.
they can find you
That's
as well.
it. Yeah. Let's plug Taser and let people know where they can
Okay.
connect.
So obviously Instagram, Twitter are the main ones. Taser Black, but also check out the podcast Free Shots of Tequila on Spotify. And obviously, if you're someone that likes visuals, search Free Shots of Tequila on YouTube and have a watch.
Yes, okay, so
it.
that is it, man. This
My brother.
week goes to Taser Black. Secure the bag. Thank you very much, Taser.
it,
And we'll speak
bro.
very
Love for
soon.
having me, man.
Thanks very
Take
much,
care.
Taser.
Love,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Taser. Take
Yes,
care,
yes. You had it right there. This week goes exclusively to Taser Black. He is a events coordinator. He is a very special person within the industry. What else does he do, Trey?
bro.
He
Content
is
creator.
also, yes, content creator. He's 1/3 of the Free Shots of Tequila as well. They're doing Learn with Free Shots as well. So speaking about important matters going on in the world right now, man. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
big
that's what
shouts to
it's
Taser.
all
Big
bro.
up
about.
him, man.
Yeah,
big up
shouts.
him.
And you know what? Just a good, strong black entrepreneur doing good things in the world
That's
right
it.
now, man. So big shouts to Taser.
All right, man. So thank you very much for that one there, Taser, then. And I do wish him all the best within the future as well. So do make sure that you look on to